Hello, my class 11th student. Today I'm going to start once again chapter 4th. Topic is organization of data. This is part 2. It is from your book Statistic for Economics. In the previous video we had learned about meaning of organization. Organization means what? When we convert raw data into meaningful information. Yeah, data become meaningful. Yeah, we on the basis of the data we can interpret it, we can do further analysis. That is considered as a organization of data when we are going to arrange the data in a sequence. Okay, so for arranging data in a sequence in a proper manner, systematic manner, there is a requirement of classification. Okay student, and what do you mean by classification? So I had told you in the previous video that classification is related to class. And what do you mean by class? Class means group. So when data are divided into different group on the basis of similarities and dissimilarities, okay, then it is known as a classification. So classification means what? Grouping of data. Yeah, dividing the data into different group. Okay, so this is known as a classification. In this video we are going to discuss about basis of classification. Okay student, to let us start it. Classification. If we talk about the basis of classification, so there is majorly four classification. Okay, on the basis of that we divide the data into different group. The first is geographical. Geographical means on the basis of area, on the basis of area, location. Okay, chronological means on the basis of time. Remember, chrono means time. So on the basis of time, when we do the division on the basis of the time, it can be month, it can be week, it can be years, okay, decade. So when we divide data in on the basis of year, yeah, time, so this is known as a chronological. Okay, geographical means on the basis of location or on the basis of area. It can be like when we divide the data on the basis of uh, state wise, yeah, district wise, yeah, nation wise. So this is what geographical. And chronological means on the basis of time. Okay, now qualitative. Qualitative classification. You know what do you mean by quality? The quality is what that we cannot measure in terms, in number. Okay, we cannot represent in quantitative figure like wisdom of any person, intelligence of a person, beauty of a person, honesty of a person. Okay, so these are the things we cannot represent in the number. Why? Because these are the thing that is not tangible. We cannot see them, we cannot measure them with the help of any instrument. Okay, so these are the things that is based on feeling. Okay, like if there is a person or a small baby, so someone can like that baby too much, but the same place another person cannot like that baby that much. So it depend upon individuality in the perception. Okay, so that is why we cannot represent in the number or in the figure. So that is qualitative. So qualitative is of two types, simple and manifold. Simple is related to only one quality, and when there is more than one, so this is what? This is manifold. Okay, and then quantitative are numerical. So the data which are represented only in figures, in quantitative or in number, that is considered as a quantitative or numerical base, like profit, loss, expenditure, income, weight, height, okay, age. So these are the things you represent in number. Okay, so when we make quantitative base, so we are going to represent in number. Okay, so let us start to understand one by one. So first of all is geographical or spatial classification. What is geographical or spatial classification? The classification of data is based upon geographical or location differences of the data. You can write in a very simple language कि when classification is done on the basis of area, that is considered as a geographical or spatial classification. So here is given one example, data relating to number of the firms producing bicycle in India would be classified as under. यहाँ पे एक एग्जांपल दिया गया है जिसमें एक कंपनी है जो बाइसिकल प्रेजेंट करती है, तो उसको किस बेसिस पे उसके डेटा को हम रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं? ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ लोकेशन. लाइक पंजाब, number of the firm are 30, Haryana number of the firm are 20, in UP number of firm are 20. Okay, so this is here you can see ki base is what? Location. State wise explanation is given regarding firm. So this is what? Geographical classification. Okay, now the same thing is represented in the diagram. You can see in this diagram कि number of the firm produced bicycle in 2019 across different location. So in Punjab 30, okay, in Haryana there are 20 firms, and in UP there are 25 firms. That those firms which are producing bicycle in which year? In 2019 year. Okay, student. Now next is chronological classification. So chrono means what? Time. So when data are classified on the basis of time, so remember keyword is what here? Keyword is time. Okay, so when data is represented on the basis of time, then it is known as a chronological classification. Okay, student, here the same thing. Sale of a firm is given on the basis of year. In 2017 80 lakh sales. Now in 2017 80 lakh, 2018 90 lakh, and 2019 it is 95 lakh. So you can see कि year by year the sale of this firm is what? Is increasing. Okay, now so this is what? This is chronological classification. Here you can see what is given. Here is given year. Year is what? It is a time. So it can be year, it can be month, it can be week, it can be day wise explanation, decades wise, century wise. So when there is this type of classification, so we consider chronological classification. Okay, student. Now qualitative classification. So what is qualitative classification? So this classification is according to quality or attribute. Quality या attribute मतलब हमारी जो क्वालिटीज़ होती है, हमारे जो फीचर्स होते हैं, जब उसको बेस बनाया जाता है डेटा को डिवाइड करने के लिए, ग्रुपिंग करने के लिए, तो दैट इज़ कंसिडर्ड एज अ क्वालिटेटिव क्लासिफिकेशन. ओके, फॉर एग्जांपल डेटा मे बी क्लासिफाइड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ ऑक्यूपेशन, so employed, unemployed, on the basis of religion, Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, okay, level of intelligence, okay. So these are the thing that is qualitative. So there are two types of classification on the basis of qualitative classification. Simple classification. So simple is related to one quality. It is related to one quality. So what is keyword? Simple means one. Simple means what? Simple is one. So it is called classification according to taxonomy. This is because the data are divided on the basis of existence or absence of a quality, like male and female, healthy and unhealthy, educated and uneducated are the example. Okay, now manifold classification. So when classification according to the quality of data involves more than one characteristic, then it is considered as a manifold. So what is the keyword for manifold, student? For manifold, more than one. So this is the keyword for you. Simple means when there is explanation of one quality, then it is known as a simple classification. And what is manifold? When there is more than one quality is explained, yeah, data are divided on the basis of more than one characteristic or quality, then it is considered many-fold. Many-fold means what? More than one. Okay, so like here is given ki suppose illustration, factory worker may be classified as a skilled and as unskilled. These may be further classified as a literate and illiterate, still further as rural and urban. So here is given one example, you can understand. If suppose the there will be classification of the worker in the firm on the basis of only this much, so this is what, then it is simple classification. Okay, but here you can see ki the worker of a firm is divided first of all on the basis of skilled and unskilled. Now skilled में कौन literate है और कौन illiterate है. After that, who in the literate, who belong to rural area and who belong to urban area. Okay, now in illiterate, who belong to rural and who belong to urban. Now here is again skilled, unskilled, who are literate and who are illiterate, again rural and urban. So you can see कि if there is only one base, so this is simple. Now it become what? It become complex or manifold. Okay, so I think you are able to understand. The last one classification is quantitative or numerical classification. So classification done on the basis of number value of the fact, then it is considered as a quantitative or numerical classification. So a number of classes are framed keeping in the view the lowest and the highest value as well as the range of the value in the data. So here is given some example like wage. कभी भी आप वेज को एक्सप्रेस करना चाहते हो तो इट विल बी ऑलवेज इन नंबर, हाउ मच वेज यू गेट, हाउ मच सैलरी यू गेट. तो यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू से लो या हाई आर मोर 10,000 20,000 30,000. So it is always represented in number. Same way profit, if you are going to explain the profit of a firm, so it is always going to be in a figure. Same way if expenditure, so how much expenditure of a family, so you are going to explain it in number. So always some things are there that is always represented in number, like weight, height, okay, loss, profit, income, expenditure, production. Okay, so these are the things that is always represented in number. So here is given one example, annual profit of a small scale firm in the state of UP, hypothetical data just for an illustration. So here is given annual profit and number of the firm. So there are 5 firms whose profit is under 1 lakh. So 150 are there whose profit is between 1 lakh to 2 lakh. Okay, and there are 1,500 firms whose annual profit is between 2 lakh to 3 lakh. Okay, now 800 number of firm whose profit is between 3 lakh to 4 lakh. Then there are 400 firm whose profit is between 4 lakh to 5 lakh, and there are 200 firms whose profit is more than 5 lakh. Okay, so this is the example of what? This is the example of quantitative or numerical classification. Okay student, thank you for today.